Welcome, everybody. So glad you could join us today for our new Media Specialist Cadre optional meetings. This one today is with a World Book. We are so happy to have Shea with us, and she is going to take us through World Book and what it has to offer for you. I'm going to turn everything over to Shea.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all here. I'm excited to share what World Book has to offer and how you can incorporate it into your classrooms. I'm going to go ahead and just get my screen set up to share.
Is it not letting you share?
It's saying that hold on. I might not have permission to record my screen. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this fixed.
I'm going to add you as a co-host, and that should... Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and try it now.
Nope.
That's weird. You're a co-host.
Yeah, I think it's like a setting on my computer. Let me just try. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look at my system preferences and see if I can figure it out. I apologize for this.
No worries. It happens. In the meantime, I hope everyone's having a good day and is excited about the technology conference tomorrow. There's a couple of great sessions in the morning aimed directly at media specialists. And then I think the student panel and in session will be interesting. And in session C, I would definitely make sure to check out the session with John Long. He has been one of our ed tech specialists for the last 23 years. He has been a part of all 23 district technology conferences, and he is leaving our district after 35 years in December, and he's going to be having a session on lessons learned. And he is absolutely phenomenal. He's great to learn from, so I highly recommend that as well. All right, Shea, are we good to go?
Okay, so I am not going to be able to give my computer permission to record my screen, but I can record it separately and send it to you afterwards if that's okay. It's just because it's on a Google Meet that I haven't used that platform before, if that's...
Are you just trying to present your screen or record it?
Because you guys are recording the meeting, it won't let me share my screen because my computer preferences are set up a certain way, and I don't have the ability to change that right now. I'd have to get tech involved, but I can record the presentation separately and send it to you afterwards if that works.
Okay, or if it's a slide deck, I can share it in there if you want to email it to me.
Yeah, that will work. It'll just be the demo portion that will be difficult to...
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're able to stop this recording and then I can record and send it afterwards as a video.
You know what? I will stop recording and then we'll let you do the recording. Okay?
Sorry,
no, not a problem.
Okay. It should now let me share it.
All right. I'm going to share my screen and then Shea is going to take us through.
All right. You can go ahead and move to the next slide, Lisa.
Okay.
All right. So the goal of today's training is to give you guys a high-level overview of your World Book resources and some tips on which features to promote and ways to use World Book online. Because there's so much in World Book, I'm going to start with a presentation. And then if Lisa wants to drive the demo, we can get into that. And I'll also give you some time to explore and ask questions. Go ahead. So again, I like to start with a quick review just because we may have different levels of familiarity with World Book and the various products. Worldbook is best known for being a reliable source of trusted information. You can come to Worldbook for just the facts, and at a time when there's so much information out there and anyone can publish on the internet, knowing you have a safe, trusted source of information for learning is key. Where we really shine is our age-appropriate content. Our core resources are designed to progress with the learner, so Worldbook can be your trusted resource from before you can read all the way through adulthood. Every single detail in our resources is carefully thought out by our editorial and design teams. From the type of content presented, the amount of content, how a student navigates around, and more. You know that when you go to Worldbook, students will be able to access information by themselves or with an adult. We offer several accommodations in our core products to help reach all learners. Every article can be read aloud, and the entire early learning site designed for our youngest users has read aloud capability. The read aloud in articles comes with a word-by-word highlight to help students follow along. And there's also a built-in pop-out dictionary. So as I'm reading and come across words I don't know or haven't seen before, I can double-click and have it defined for me. You have one resource specifically in Spanish. In addition to that, every single article can be translated into over 100 languages. This is great to make content accessible and ensure students and parents and guardians at home get the information that they need. Articles are a big part of the resources, but the benefit to digital is that there is tons of other formats for information too. We have pictures, videos, games, tables, and more, so you can reach different learning styles in a variety of ways. In addition to general tips to know, for students, we have plenty of time-saving tools for educators. Most of these are found under Educator Tools, and they include the ability to look up information by standard. Kids has lesson plans to go along with certain features, and Early Learning has a whole guided reading program. In addition to digital collaboration tools, you also have the option to print off content and take Worldbook offline, a great option for anyone with limited internet access at home. There are a lot of different Worldbook resources. So on the screen now, we have our core resources. Early Learning is designed for pre-emergent readers, great for preschool through first grade. Kids is the next progression, designed for elementary school. Student is the next level up, designed for upper elementary and middle school. And then Advanced is the final progression, designed for high school and adult learners. On the screen now, we have our additional resources. Ebooks is our digital library that's great with different titles for all ages, covering a range of topics. Timelines has over 650 interactive pre-made timelines that are really engaging and a fun new way to look at information. Discover is perfect for differentiation. If a high school student is struggling to read the content in Student and needs something at an easier reading level, Discover is the place to send them because each article comes with a simplified and detailed article. And the simplified article is at a much lower lexile level, but the resource itself still has that older look and feel. Dramatic Learning has plays and skits designed to engage even reluctant readers. And then Iasgos lines up with the reading level of kids, but is fully in Spanish. Next, we'll take a look at some of the more popular features and reasons to use Worldbook. Of course, we have what we're best known for, which is research, have a variety of reliable sources and types of resources, and each article comes with lots of helpful tools, including citations. We also have a built-in citation builder, which is great because it's ad-free, and you can save to My Research. Ebooks is our digital library meant for all ages. There are tons of books there for a variety of purposes and on different subjects. With ebooks, you get unlimited simultaneous access, so there's no need to check out a book or wait until someone is done with it. You can also personalize your ebook experience with a My Worldbook account. This allows you to save books and annotate texts. There are games located in various Worldbook resources as part of our disguised learning. Each game is educational and fits the level of learner based on the resource. So a game located in Kids is designed for a child in elementary school. Games can be great as an extension to a lesson, practice at home, or just for fun. You can find educational games in early learning, kids, student, discover, and ebooks. World of Animals is one of our most popular features in kids, and it's a really cool compare and contrast feature. And then the training guide offers training and support for anything you may need. So on the screen are the 3 different ways that you can access that. We have tons of ready-made material on the training guide to help save you time. So we have how-to pages, tutorial videos, promotional materials, and timely topic documents. Every week, we also host a free public webinar that you can register for from the training guide, covering a variety of topics such as updates to World Book Online and timely topics. We also have our certification program where you can become an expert on our products and earn perks along the way. There is a sitemap to help you navigate the training guide because there is so much information on there and find exactly what you're looking for. Next, we'll go ahead and go through our most recent updates. So the first update I want to talk about is Discover. Discover got a complete overhaul in December of 2021. You can go ahead and click to the next slide. Some of the old features have been enhanced. So those features that you saw in the old Discover, such as life skills and my research and how to do research, now have an updated look and updated materials. There's also been some new features added. So the 2 different articles that I mentioned earlier, as well as the new gamification and awards and integration with timelines and ebooks. Interactive images were added in Student over the summer. These are really fun and a great way for students to dive into information. The hotspots will open up different types of content, such as fun facts, related articles, videos, audio clips, and more. The Compare Places feature in Student was also updated. This is a compare and contrast feature, and it now has an interactive element that allows students to take a guess at some of the questions with fun animations and sound effects. Then our My Research feature has been updated in Student, Advanced, Discover, and Timelines to all look the same and have a new organization system. So you can see my image of my monkey project. I have a lot of different types of resources to help students and teachers stay organized with the materials that they're saving in there. All right, so before we get to the exploration, I would like to show you around if, Lisa, you're good with leading that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you can go ahead and just start us off in the super homepage or however you access it, that's fine.
Why is it not coming up? Seriously? I'm not logged in anymore. That's why.
Gonna say we can't have another technical issue.
Nope. It booted me out without my knowing it. There we go.
Perfect. All right, so this is our super homepage where you'll be able to see all of your products. We're gonna start in early learning. As I mentioned, early learning has this whole site read aloud. So Lisa, if you want to hover over some of the buttons.
Videos, games, story, activities.
And then the speaker in the upper right-hand corner, we'll go ahead and mute that.
Counting numbers. Mute.
Just so it doesn't talk over me the whole time. But you can see it makes it easy for our young users to go ahead and navigate that site. Our early learning site is designed into what we call content worlds. These range from high interest topics to basic concepts at this age. So those fun icons at the top, those rainbow colors, and Lisa, if you click the arrow to see the next icon, these are each going to be a different content world. Each content world will be laid out the same way. So just go ahead and click into any one of those. At the top of each content world, you'll see little nonfiction articles. You can go ahead and click into one of those. It'll open up like a story. The text will always be on the left-hand side and the image will be on the right. The little blue speaker icon will start your read aloud with word-by-word highlight.
Many animals make secret hideaway homes and raft.
Yep, and then if you keep the read aloud on and you click the arrows, it'll continue to read for the kids as well. You can go ahead and close out of that.
Okay.
Underneath the nonfiction articles, if you scroll down, you're going to have videos related to the topic. These are going to be real life videos. They are typically very short and have narration to help hold those young users' attention. Again, if you keep scrolling, we see games related, stories that are related, pictures, and then that last category will be activities. So the next thing I want to show you is early learning basics. So up at the very top, you'll see an icon. It says it's new, the newest feature that we added. And this pulls resources from throughout early learning that focus on foundational skills in one easy to access place. So this first category, Fun with Words, is going to focus on letters and sight word recognition. If you want to go ahead and click into that and just show them what's in there. Yep, so we've got some tracing games, and the alphabet song will open like a story, but it will actually be sung aloud. And then if you hit the back arrow, you can go back to the basics again. The next category is Count and Play. That's going to focus on numbers and early math concepts. So if you click into that one, you'll see that we have a tracing game for numbers. We have some stories for counting. And then Butterfly Catch is a game that focuses on early math concepts. So counting, greatest and least, and some other ones. So a pretty fun game to play through. You can go ahead and go back to the other categories. The next one is Once Upon a Time. This is going to open up a collection of our fairy tales, fables, and nursery rhymes. So just those stories and those nursery rhymes with sight word repetition that you would typically see at this age. Anything that has a music note icon is going to be sung aloud instead of read. And then that last category, Welcome to Reading, is actually our guided reading program. And so this is digitized, so you can click through. Kids can actually do the readings online. If you go to the upper right-hand corner under Lesson Plans, you'll find a lesson plan for each of those titles, as well as a foldable book. So if you want to just click on a lesson plan for one of those.
Click the wrong thing.
That's okay. This is what they'll look like. So you've got some focus concepts, some discussions, activities. And then that foldable book will just open a PDF document that you can print off and fold up for students to take offline. So this is great if you want students to be reading the titles at home and you don't want them to have to use their device. And then I'm just going to have you, I'm going to have you go back to the early learning site. So you're just going to click on the logo. And then the 4 grown-ups in the upper right-hand corner is where you'll find your other educator tools. So if you scroll down, you'll see the curriculum correlations. That's where you can search specifically for a standard to see if we have materials correlated. The guided reading program is there again. I'll let you search for a standard if you want to.
That's okay. There we go. Let's say, well, let me do it without a grade.
Yep, and so then any standard that has materials correlated to, you see that little link there that'll take you to what we have. Underneath the guided reading program, we have some additional lesson plans for other Trex titles. And that's it for early learning. So if you want to either go back to your super homepage or go to the bottom toolbar in early learning, you'll be able to get to kids.
Sorry if I'm scrolling too fast, everyone.
No, you're fine. Yep, your resources, and then you can get to kids from there. Thank you. Okay, so a couple features I want to show you in kids. The first one is the world of animals that I mentioned. This is that compare and contrast feature. It works the same way as compare places does in here, but you have your different categories of animals. So Lisa, you can go ahead and pick a category and pick 2 animals that you want to compare. Before we hit compare now, I just want to point out there are 2 links for each animal that she selected. One of them is to go to the exhibit. So if you want to click on one of those links, this is just going to open the quick facts and related media for that one specific animal. You can also click to view the article, and that will actually take you to the article on that animal in kids. Clicking compare now. Yeah, there's the article. Clicking compare now, you'll have your digital Venn diagram revealed. What I really like about this feature is that the quantitative data is depicted using those red bars. So it's really easy to see the difference in weight, the difference in the lifespan, all of those different things that maybe a young user doesn't have the best number sense and doesn't recognize how big of a difference those things are. Like I said, compare places works pretty much the same way there. Going back to the homepage of kids, we have activities and science projects, 2 different features down in the feature container. You can click into either one of those, but those are great for hands-on activities. So here we have our different categories. Once you select a category, you're going to get an icon for each of the different activities or science projects within there. And then each activity and science project will be laid out the same way. You'll have your materials on the left-hand side, some images, an introduction, and the procedures. What I really like about these is that a lot of them have low cost or easy to find materials, links to related articles to build background knowledge, and a lot of them have lesson plans to go along with them as well. Back on the homepage of kids, the Educator Tools in kids can be found in the upper right-hand corner, just like it could in early learning. This is again where you'll find those curriculum correlations, so you can search just like you could in early learning. The lesson plans, clicking on view all lesson plans. They're going to be broken into the same categories that we saw within the other features. So you can go ahead and click into one of those lesson plans just to see the difference between a student version and a teacher version. So you can see it's a lot more in depth. There's also some discussion questions and suggested activities or assessments in here as well. And then also in Educator Tools for kids, you're going to find web quests. These are pre-created activities to go along with kids. They ask some different questions. There's a variety of topics that you can select. And at the end of each one, there will be an answer key, just so you know if you're making copies, but also so you know that you won't have to go through and find those. So these are great as an extension to a lesson, for sub-plans, or any time that you just need a nice, fast lesson or activity for kids. All right, the last thing that we're going to do here in kids is we're actually going to search for an article. So I'm going to have you go back to our homepage, and in that search bar, we're just going to type in water and go ahead and hit enter. All right, so this is our water article. If you scroll down, you're going to see that the text is pretty chunked up to help with young learners being able to break up and read all of this information. The blue speaker icon will start the read aloud with word by word highlight in here. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you'll have your tools menu. So this is where you'll find your options to save. So if you click on save, you can download as a PDF. You can also save directly to Google Drive. You can also share. So you can share directly to Google Classroom or by copying the direct link and putting it in whatever learning management system you would like. Your options for here are to print. You can see your citations. You can also translate the text. So again, we have over 100 different languages you can choose from. So go ahead and pick a language.
I just want to point out that we have a lot of Haitian Creole students, and it does translate to Haitian Creole.
And then, yep, just click go. There we go. And it'll open it in a new tab translated for you. And then underneath the translate this text, you can change your read aloud settings. So kids can adjust the voice or the accent and the speed of that read aloud as well. So that's the tools menu. In the upper left-hand corner of the article, you're going to see a few different tabs. If you click over to the camera icon, this is going to pull together related media from throughout the article. The more information, the eye icon, will pull related info from throughout kids. So we've got linked articles, we have activities and science projects that are related to water and lesson plans that go along with those. There are questions for comprehension, and then you'll also find the Lexile measure in this tab as well. And then if you can just go back to the article, at the very bottom of every article in Kids, you will find the citations. So you'll always see the citations in MLA, APA, and Harvard format. You'll also see two toggle buttons. One will be to view the article in IASGOS, to see the article in Spanish. And this will actually open up the IASGOS resource. Yep. And then the other toggle will open the search results for water in student. So I'm going to have you hit that toggle next. So if you had a student who was reading about water in Kids and they wanted more info, they could hit that toggle button to go into student, and they can get all of this information here in student as well. There were a little under 900 search results for water in Kids. There are over 3,000 different results for water in student. So there's a lot more information in here. I'm going to have you go ahead and open up that water article. Just to point out the difference between student and Kids, a lot of the tools are the same. The layout is slightly different, but you still have your read aloud. You still have your ability to change your voice. The tools menu will still be in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to go ahead and click on that tools menu, thank you. Here you have your save options. There is now an option to save to a My Research project. So again, if you have students that are using those My Research accounts, they can save directly there. There's also now an option to share via email. But everything else in here is really the same that you saw in Kids. So again, your print, your citations, your translations. You actually can change the text size here in student, so you can make it larger if that's easier for students to read. And then the tabs up at the left-hand side will be the same as well. You'll have your more information, you'll have your media tab, and your curriculum standards. This article, that first piece of media that you saw in that media tab, is actually one of our Legends of Learning games. So if you want to just click back to the article or the media tab. Yeah, so that first one is just one of our Legends of Learning games. These are found throughout different articles in student. They're math and science related games, and our editorial team has gone through and paired them with articles with related content. So this game found in the water article will obviously be related to water. But they are actually some pretty fun and engaging games. I've definitely gone through and played some of them, so I would check those out. All right, go ahead and go back to the article. All right, going to the home page of student. So again, you can always click on the logo of whatever resource you're in to get home. The Educator Tools are, again, going to be located in the upper right-hand corner. So we try to keep things consistent, easy to find. Here in the Educator Tools in Student, you'll find your curriculum correlations. Again, it works the same way as it did in early learning in kids. There are graphic organizers. So these are great. They're free, easy to download and print off to use alongside an article or a project. And then there are also web quests in here as well. So these now pair with the material in Student, but they're the same, those pre-made activities with that answer page at the end. And then the last feature in Student that I want to talk to you about is the My Research feature. This can be found on the homepage under Quick Links. And again, this is that digital backpack. So do you have a My Research or a My Worldbook account, Lisa?
I do not, but I can
tell you mine if you'd like.
Sure.
But this is what the creation looks like. It's really easy. It's a one-time creation. But if you want to go back, I'll go ahead and let you know what mine is.
All right.
R.S. Thayer. And then the password is training. And we'll see if it works in your account. Yeah, there we go. All right. So this is what My Research looks like. Each of the different tiles represents a different one of my projects. You can click into any one of those. And you can see different information that I have saved there. So I have different encyclopedia articles, images. You can save books and websites that are not part of Worldbook. So this is great if you're doing a research project and you want kids to find sources from different places. They can still save those here in their My Research project and have it all in one easy to find place. So that's what My Research looks like. Next, we're going to move into Advanced. And again, Advanced is designed for that high school and adult learner. So all of our features are now hidden in the Research and Resources menu. There's a couple things that I want to point out in Advanced that are unique to Advanced. The first one is going to be the My Research feature. I know we just saw this in Student, but if you click into a project, you can click the Pathfinder button up at the top, which will allow you to create what is called a Pathfinder, and it's going to be a collection of your resources. So it's basically going to create a My Research project that you can share with students or colleagues that they'll be able to open and see the content, but not be able to edit. So it's a really nice feature if you're collecting resources for a class or to share. So you can go ahead and exit out of that and click Exit My Research. And then under that Research and Resources menu, if you want to just go to the Pathfinder feature. So this is where you could go to find pre-created Pathfinders as well. And again, these are just a collection of resources with linked content throughout. Back on the home page of Advanced, we're going to go ahead and do a search. So I'm going to have you search for the World War II article. And from Student to Advanced, again, most of the features in the article are the same. The one thing that's unique in Advanced that I want to point out is under the Related Media tab at the top, or the Related Information tab at the top. There is now a tab for primary sources. So these are going to link to external sites with primary sources for World War II. So just so you know that these are there. Yep, so you can go ahead and explore those. I know primary source documents are a big thing in high school classes. Mm-hmm. If you go back to the homepage of Advanced, I'm going to take you to Educator Tools next. So this is the only resource that they're actually hidden in that research and resources menu.
All right. Where would they be?
Under the dictionary, Educator Tools. No, the feature right under the dictionary.
Sorry.
That's
the
okay.
wrong one. Oh, there they are.
Yeah. I know they're kind of hidden on you here. But they do have teaching with documents in here, which are lesson plans that pair with some of the primary sources. So usually I open up that women's history one and just click that first one. So you'll see the primary source on the left-hand side, but these are really great. You get tons of background information. You get links to related people and related events. If you continue to scroll down, you're going to see discussions and activities and assessment questions. So lots of great materials on how you can use those primary sources and engage students with them. So that's advanced. From here, we're going to go ahead and move into Discover. And again, Discover is our differentiated resource. It's very similar to our core resources with the articles. So you can browse using those. Pick a topic at the top. You can also use the search bar up at the top. And we're going to search for the dog article. Yep, so here in Discover, the difference with the articles here are those simplified and detailed articles. So Lisa, if you want to toggle between those, you can see that that detailed article is a lot longer. It has a lot more information. And each of those categories is going to be broken down. So again, that detailed article is at a higher Lexile level. But this allows students to access the article that is best for their reading level. So they can, again, go between the detailed and the simplified article. There is a Games tab now in the article as well as at the top. This will open up the game and awards system. There's lots of different games. We have featured games. We have fun games about different literature characters that they'd be familiar with. But we also have more educational games like math and science topics. Playing these games, students can win awards. So if you scroll up and you click on that See All Awards button, you can see all of the different awards that I've won. I believe I'm still logged in here as in my World Book account. So these are the awards that I have won so far. Any that are grayed out, you can click on. And students can actually see exactly what they're going to have to do to win that award. Another unique feature to Discover is that World Book Explains feature. These are questions that patrons have asked us that World Book editors or experts in the field have answered with either a video or a text answer. So these are really cool. A lot of these questions are really going to pull students' attention, great to start discussions or to pull them into a lesson. And at the top, there is a way to kind of filter by topic. And these World Book Explains videos will also appear in a search as well. And then the last feature in here I wanted to talk about is life skills. And this has a bunch of different topics related to different skills that students need to be successful after school. So we've got topics like dealing with bullies. We have topics like gaining financial know-how. So really a big range in different topics here, but these are great. There's activities, questions, definitions, but a great place to look if you're talking about emotions or setting up for a home or getting a job. These are all great skills that students need. All right, from here, we'll jump directly to ebooks. As I mentioned, Discover is integrated with ebooks. So there is a tab up at the top of Discover that will also take you to the ebook platform, or you can access it from the bottom toolbar like we just did. Again, these are unlimited. You've got simultaneous access. Your whole class can access the same text at the same time. If you click on any of the titles in the little eye that appears, you'll get more info. So this is where you'll see the Lexile level. A lot of our World Book Originals will also have a downloadable ebook quiz. So this will allow you to download and print like a little comprehension check with answers as well. This is also where you can copy that ebook link to send students directly to a certain text. But if you want to just flip through some of the categories, we do have a whole section for early readers. So a lot of those have read aloud feature. The math section, I really like. I was a former math teacher. So I'm really excited about our Building Blocks of Math series and how they bring complex topics to life. So we have lots of great titles in here. A lot of our building blocks and would you rather titles also have educator tools that can be found at the back of the book. All right, and then the last thing that I want to look at is our training guide. So if you could go back to our super homepage and click either the bottom toolbar, training and support, or in the upper right-hand corner.
Did not mean to click that. Is that where we, hang on.
Training guide, yeah, there we go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So this is our training guide. If you want to learn more about a product that we didn't cover today, especially because we weren't able to dive in as far into every product, this is a perfect place to do that. So you can see each of our products has a page. If you want to just click onto one of those product pages, maybe timelines. Yeah. Here you can find how-to documents, videos on different features, as well as the collection of resources that we have available for timelines. So if you scroll down, you'll actually see some of those timely topic documents that are specific to timelines. So next month, you can find our Native American Heritage timely topic document will be in here as well. So just different ways, different ideas that you can use the resources. On the home page of our training guide, under free material, you can find our social media posts, letters to send home to parents. Those teaching topics, like I mentioned, for timely topics will be here as well. So lots of resources to help support you in using World Book Online. The site map in the upper right-hand corner. You can see recently added things, the lists category on the far left-hand side. You'll be able to find the full list of games that are in Student, as well as the full list of interactive images. So there's quite a few things in there. And those lists are helpful just as a time-saving tool. So you've got your full ebook title list, your full list of activities and science projects and kids. And then we have our whole category for schools as well. All right, so with that, I do want to still give you some time to explore the resources on your own. So if you want to go back to my presentation, Lisa, I have some suggestions on what you can use this time
Your
for.
presentation. Hold on.
That's
I
okay.
have so many
I know.
tabs.
I'm the same way. They get out of hand very fast.
There we go.
Okay, so these are just some suggestions on how you can use the next 10 minutes here. You can complete a web quest on Kids, Student, or Advanced. You can collect materials for a My Research project. You could explore a feature that we didn't get to dive into, or you can explore more on the training guide and pull some relevant information for yourself. So I was planning to give you about 10 minutes. Does that sound okay, Lisa?
That sounds fine.
Okay, and then we'll go over any questions that you still have before we go ahead and wrap up. So go ahead, take 10 minutes to kind of look around the products.